What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new prediction video, and in today's video we are going to be predicting the 2025 oh my god, I keep choking, Formula 1 season. It is here, it is upon us. This weekend we will be heading to Australia for the Australian Grand Prix to kick off the season. It's nice to be kicking off the season in Melbourne again. I mean, it's at 2 a.m. my time, so it kind of sucks, but you'll be seeing this the night, well, as it gets dark before qualifying, so hopefully we can nail these predictions. If you do like it, please leave this video a like, drop a comment down below, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go a bit off the cuff on this one. I haven't done much research. I'm just gonna go off what I feel and what I've seen from testing and all that. So yeah, without further delay, let's get into this. Well, we are back on our old friend Tierlist. I'm going to try to block out the free advertising as much as I can, but as you can see how I've got the tiers, we've got P1, we've got our world champion, positions 2 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, and 16 through 20. So you get the back markers, back midfield, upper midfield, potential championship contenders, and championship winner. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the last place driver. I am going to go with Jack Doohan, unfortunately. I like Jack. I think Jack's a good dude, but to be honest, I don't think he makes half the season. I think Bortoleto is going to get, the second he gets a chance, I think he's going to put Franco Colapinto in the car and put Jack back to reserve. This is just Bortoleto for you. This is just how he operates, so yeah, sorry, Jack. I do think you'll be alright, but I really do believe Franco Colapinto will be in that Alpine at some point this year. Next up, I'm going to take one of the Sauber drivers, and just because he's younger, I'm going to take, oh my god. No, that's Bortoleto. And what the hell's the guy in the Alpine team principal's name? I gotta look him up, because I'm going to drive myself crazy. I just friggin' watched Drive to Survive too. Alpine team principal. Come on, who is it? Oliver Oakes. Who the hell is the friggin'? Oh my god, who the hell am I looking for? I don't even remember his name. Briatore, that's it. Fabio Briatore, that's the name I was looking for the Alpine. But as for Bortoleto, I do think that Gabriel will be a great rookie for Formula 1 in the next coming seasons. I do think this is a star in the making in this kid. And he's coming in a tough rookie class like Ollie Behrman, Kimi Antonelli, Isaac Hadjar. That's a tough rookie class, man. But I gotta say, I think Bortoleto will come good. And I think when Sauber become Saudi, I do think Bortoleto will be helped out a lot by that partnership. Same with this man right here, Nico Hülkenberg. I do think this is a good duo, and this is a good way for Hülkenberg to spend the last few years of his career. I do think this is a good driver pairing for like 3 or 4 years for sure. Something to build around there. Then Bortoleto will be the leader of this team, but I don't see them getting any higher than this. It's just, yeah, man, this car is just way too bad to be contending with anybody else, in my opinion. And next up, P17, I'm going to put Lance Stroll. Oh, this guy disappoints me to be a Canadian. Oh, Sir Lancelot, why couldn't you just run the Belgium flag? I'd rather see you run that than disappoint our country. But yeah, no, Lance, I shouldn't say I like the kid, but you know, he's got some talent. I mean, you don't get pole positions in the wet weather for no reason. Like, the kid has some talent, but he just crashes a lot of stuff, and he's slow on a consistent basis, man. It is rough to watch. I mean, that Aston Martin does not look good this year. I think they're going to be putting a lot into 2026, and that is why I have Lance Stroll at P17. And at P16, I go with Bortoleto's F2 2024 championship rival in Isaac Hadjar. Nice to see so many young rookies on the grid. I gotta say, I mean, I like Isaac Hadjar. I do think Isaac Hadjar will be a decent prospect for the F1 grid. I mean, he's a guy who I feel like could turn a few heads. Like, I feel like he could upset and potentially beat Yuki Tsunoda, but Yuki Tsunoda's been in that car for 4 or 5 years. I mean, last year wasn't the greatest year for Tsunoda, but we'll get more to Tsunoda later. But I think Hadjar can have the odd good performance or two. I think maybe even like a track like Austin or some places along those lines. I do think Isaac Hadjar will be on for a good race. And French driver too. It's nice to see some en français on the grid. So yeah, even Italian. We got an Italian now with Kimi Antonelli, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, for Isaac Hadjar, I think P16 is very fair. Well, next up we're gonna go P15 through P11, and for this one, I'm going to go with. This is a tricky one, you know. I'm gonna go with Ollie Behrman. I am going to go with Ollie Behrman for P15. I really like Ollie Behrman, man. I do think he's Leclerc's future teammate at Ferrari once Hamilton retires, because I do think Hamilton will probably do maybe like 3 or 4 more seasons and then call it a day. I think 2029, 2030 is when you'll see the end of Lewis Hamilton, and Ollie Behrman will be so ready for the big time in that point. Like, he might even switch teams in that time frame. Maybe he sees something in the Andretti project. You never know, but he's been a Ferrari development driver for God knows how long now, and I do think Ollie Behrman is cooking up something special. I mean, it's his rookie season. He's gotten points in a substitute role for Ferrari. He's impressed with 2 performances with Haas as a substitute driver. So I do think Ollie Behrman will come good. And who finishes ahead of him? I do think him and Ocon will be really close, but I do think Yuki Tsunoda will come in between them. Honestly, I think Yuki should have been in the running for that Red Bull seat. I think if you're Red Bull, I mean, I really rate Liam Lawson as a talent, but I would like, if I were Red Bull, I would give Tsunoda the chance for this season. And then if Tsunoda, or if Lawson kicks off at VCARB, if he has a phenomenal season, let him build up, get some rookie mistakes out of him. I would have put Lawson in the VCARB for a full season and then bumped him up to Red Bull. Personally, I am a big believer in Liam Lawson, but I just don't think he should be at Red Bull this quick. I think it might ruin his confidence. But yeah, Yuki Tsunoda, he's established himself as the leader of this VCARB team. He used those lessons learned from Pierre Gasly in 2021 and 2022 to build himself up as a driver. And I think he needs to leave the Red Bull program, to be honest. I think there's a few opportunities that would be calling his name. But yeah, even the new Andretti project next year, that'd be great to see. But yeah, I think Yuki Tsunoda will finish P14. I also got Esteban Ocon taking the spot ahead of Tsunoda. I like Haas, you know. I think this is a really good driver pairing for Haas. I mean, Ocon is pretty much filling the Kevin Magnussen role, and once Ollie Behrman matures a bit more, he'll be filling the Nico Hülkenberg role. But I think Ocon has some true pace. I mean, he has his moments, but he crashes a lot. I've grown to like Esteban Ocon more and more over the years. When I first started watching, well, when Ocon first came into the sport, I never really liked him, but he's rubbed off on me a bit more. He's a nice guy, came from humble beginnings, so I respect Esteban Ocon, I really do. But anyway, P12, I am going to go with Fernando Alonso. This boy is just so quick. He always outperforms Stroll by a country mile. I really hope Aston Martin get their shit together and replace Stroll, but it'll never happen for reasons we shall not mention. But yeah, no, I like obviously, who doesn't love Fernando Alonso, man? Cool, calm, collective, charismatic, personality for days. Fernando is Fernando. He's got the driving ability. He's got it all, man. Fernando Alonso is something special. And yeah, I think he's going to deep and claw a few performances for this Aston Martin team, and hopefully Adrian Newey can help build them a better car too. And I mean, in 2026, you never know what Aston could have up their sleeve, man. Look out. And for P11, I am going to go with Alexander Albon. I think Alex Albon will finish P11 for Williams. I really highly rate Williams' chances this year. I think they're going to be 5th in constructors. I think they're going to be best of the rest behind Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, and Mercedes. I really rate Williams this season. And Alex Albon, you know, he's been the lead driver at that team, and I think this season he's going to face a bit of a shakeup. I mean, with Carlos Sainz coming into the team, this is a guy who took it to Charles Leclerc week in and week out and beat him on multiple occasions. Like, I mean, Charles was the better driver, but Carlos is no slouch, man. Carlos Sainz is no slouch whatsoever. I think he actually beat him in points in 2021, which is a massive statement for someone of Carlos Sainz's caliber, and just shows his talent. I mean, I really rate Albon, but I just don't rate him as high as Carlos Sainz, and I think Carlos Sainz beats Alex Albon in the drivers' points this season. Okay then, P6 through 10. I'm going to put Pierre Gasly at number 10. Pierre Gasly! Oh, good fella. I really like Pierre. I really do. And I mean, Pierre, you know, is extremely talented. He's going to be the lead man at Alpine for however long he wants to be. I don't think many people can come into that team and beat Pierre Gasly. He's one of the best in the business. I mean, I'm glad he got out of that Red Bull family, to be honest. He's so better off outside of it. It just works better for him. It works better for them. So yeah, good job, Pierre. I'm really excited to see what he can do in the Alpine this year. And yeah, man, hopefully he can continue to build and continue to keep that Alpine outfit strong and hungry. I mean, they could very well be P6 in the Constructors again this year. You never know, maybe P5. And speaking of the Constructors Championship and the team I think will be rivaling Alpine, I got Carlos Sainz P9. Best of the rest. Like I said, I think Williams are going to have a very strong car. I think they're going to have a very strong outfit. And I do think Carlos Sainz will blend himself into the team lead role. That dynamic between Sainz and Albon this season is going to be very compelling to watch. I am very interested to see how Albon adapts to Carlos being in the team, because his only teammates at Williams have been, oh my god, Nicholas Latifi, Logan Sargent, and Franco Colapinto, who put his back up against the wall and frustrated Albon on multiple occasions. So I'm interested to see how he adapts to Carlos Sainz. P8, we're going Kimi Antonelli. I really like Kimi. He'll be really good. He really will be. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of skill. And that's a great combination to have in Formula 1. But when you're a rookie competing at the front, there's lots to learn. You know, I mean, I get he was good in F2. I get he's great in everything he drives. But Formula 1 is different. You know, you got to build your way up. And I think George will be there to help him learn. I mean, this could be the closest we get to a Lewis Hamilton 2007 season. So, you never know with Kimi. I think he could turn some heads. But, I mean, an 18, 19-year-old coming into Formula 1, you have to build yourself up. Next up, for P7, I am going to go with Liam Lawson. I do think Lawson will be closer to Verstappen, a lot more than what Perez was last season. I mean, hell, Perez was fighting Lawson most of those last couple of races there when Lawson was in the V car, man. So I think Liam will give a few good runs this year. I really do expect some good results from Liam Lawson. I think he'll have some flashes of brilliance, but he'll consistently be into like that 6th to 8th range, maybe 5th. So I just think the Ferraris and the McLarens are going to have better cars, and I think Russell will have consistently better results. So I think P7 is really where Liam Lawson fits into this championship. And for P6, we are going for George Russell. You know, Russell's great. He really is great. And yeah, he's just got to keep building, man. I mean, this Mercedes is very hot and cold. Well, it really likes the cold, but you know, if Russell can just keep adapting and warm into this team leader role at Mercedes, I think he'll do very, very well for himself. But it's going to be a matter of time, you know. Russell's got a great career ahead of him, and now he's the lead driver at Mercedes. He's just got to take that, firm it on the edge, beat Kimi Antonelli, and show why Mercedes picked him as the right choice to lead this team in 2025 and beyond. So just keep doing your thing, Russell, and you'll do great things. Well, now we have drivers 5 through 2. Let's start it off. Lewis Hamilton P5. Oh God, I cannot effing wait to turn on my TV and watch Australia and see Lewis Hamilton in a scarlet red Ferrari. Like, oh my God, that is going to be so sick. His first win in red is going to be nuts, dude. If he wins Monza, oh my God, that would be so sick. If Lewis won Monza, dude, oh my God, that would be unreal. But yeah, I mean, the Ferrari is going to have some tough tests. I mean, that McLaren is very strong. Max Verstappen is Max Verstappen. So I think for Lewis, just having a good, strong year, getting adapted to the team well, will be a win. And I mean, yeah, it's still Lewis Hamilton at the end of the day. If Ferrari gives a good enough car, he could easily win this championship, in my opinion. Say what you want about his age and all that, but it's still Lewis Hamilton, bro. And I think being in a new team will revitalize Lewis a lot, and you're going to see a lot of the old Lewis come out this year at Ferrari. P4 in the championship. This might be my most controversial call, but I'm going to say Lando Norris finishes P4 in the championship. I've never been a Lando hater. I've always liked Lando. I mean, if he was to watch this video, he would probably laugh at me, but I just don't think he's mature enough to win a world championship. His driving talent is world championship caliber, but I don't think he's in the position to push for the world title, you know? Like, even last year, I think even Leclerc almost got the same amount of wins as him in a way worse car. And to be honest, I don't think McLaren is Drivers' Championship ready. I feel like they almost fluked into that Constructors' win last season just because Red Bull kept tripping over themselves and Ferrari weren't really challenging until like the very last couple of races. So they almost fluked their way into that Constructors' Championship. They have two very capable drivers, but there's something missing in McLaren. There's something missing. And I don't know what it is. If it's a razor's edge or just the FU mentality. They've heard that all before, but there's something missing. And that's why I have Oscar Piastri P3. I do think Oscar Piastri will beat Lando Norris this season. Call me crazy, but that is just what my gut tells me. I do think Oscar Piastri will beat Lando Norris this year. I think Oscar's, it's crazy to say, but I think Oscar's more calm in the race car, as even being the younger driver, and I think he's in more of a ready position to challenge Max because he won't overreact to things. And I think Oscar Piastri is a great talent. And I mean, Christian Horner said it best in Drive to Survive. It's like, if you had the chance to take one of the McLaren drivers, who you taking? And he said Oscar instantly. And I mean, I think they're both extremely talented, but I would have Oscar in a heartbeat as well, you know? I mean, yeah, Oscar's very capable, and yeah, man, you don't win sprint races in your rookie season if you ain't talented. It took Lando 6 years to win a race. It took Oscar a year and a half, or not even a season if you count sprint races. But Anyway, anyhow, my final two. Oh, Verstappen and Leclerc. Verstappen and Leclerc. I mean, do I do it? Do I do it? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Call me a fanboy all you want. Call me a fanboy all you want. I don't care. I don't care. We're winning it all. We're winning it all. Ferrari, world champs. World champs, my brother. World champs. Crown the kings. Charles Leclerc wins the 2025 World Championship. The Ferrari delusion is biting me. But if Leclerc doesn't win the championship, Verstappen will win his 5th in a row. That's my take. That is my take. I mean, yeah, I think the Ferrari will be stronger than last season. I do think that. I mean, especially at the end of the season, especially Ferrari came on really strong. And I mean, Red Bull will be more consistent too, so Red Bull are going to be very tough to beat. I mean, they've lost a lot of good people at Red Bull. Adrian Newey, Jonathan Wheatley. There's a lot of great people leaving Red Bull. So I'm very interested to see where Red Bull will be in the coming seasons. But, well, especially with that new 2026 car and that new Ford engine. That's what next year's going to be a really interesting year for Red Bull. But, man, if Leclerc does it, if Leclerc wins this world championship, oh my god. Oh, dude, I'm going to have to book a flight to Italy if Leclerc wins the championship just to go party and eat a bunch of pizza with a bunch of Italians. But there you go. The delusion has bit me. Leclerc will be the world champion. Hand on heart, Charles Leclerc, you are the 2025 world champion. Go do your thing. And now we come to constructors. So judging by my drivers predictions preview, you can probably tell where each team's going, and now my computer's frozen. Okay, well, that was annoying. We're going to put Sauber P10. We're going to put VCAR P9, Aston P8, Haas P7, Alp. There's no 6. Bro. I need to... Jesus. Okay, well, problem solving. 5th. Technical difficulties, don't mind me. 6, there we go. Alpine P6. Williams P5. That'll be huge for Williams, you know. If they pulled off P5, that would be wicked. Like I say, I think they're going to be rapid, so trust the process. Mercedes P4. Red Bull P3. Yeah. Delusion alert. Delusion alert. I am insane in the brain, but oh my god, why am I doing this? I'm gonna curse them. Why am I doing this to myself? Am I really predicting Ferrari is going to win the constructors and Charles Leclerc is going to win the drivers? Yeah, I am. Screw it. There you go. There it is. Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes, Williams, Alpine, Haas, Aston, VCAR, and Sauber. That is how the 2025 World Constructors Championship will end. Forza Ferrari. Oh boys, I may be screwing myself here with this one. I'm going to check back at this video at the end of this season and wonder how stupid I was. But guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of, well, another video of F1 predictions, racing predictions. All the seasons are kicked off and underway as of the time of you watching this, so let's enjoy it. Let's have a great Formula 1 season, and yeah, pick your team, pick your driver. Ferrari's going all the way. Mark my goddamn words. Take care, guys, and peace.